My name is Molly Blue, and I'm a freshman here. The dining hall I normally go to is Garden and East Quad, and usually around dinner time because that's when all my classes in. I really like my meal plan. I have one meal swipe a day, and I'm more declining balance than I do swipes, but it's just easier to run into a market or run into Armstrong and grab a little snack than find a dining hall and get a whole meal. I think the variety of food it's the same in every dining hall. We do have variety here, but it's always the same variety every day. You got your salad bar, then you have chicken sandwiches, and then pizza and pasta. We have different foods, but it's always the same. So in between classes, I'll go to the dining hall, and then if I see the line is long to get in, and then the lines are long to grab meals, I'll just run into the Armstrong and just grab a snack so I can run into class. The gross experience was it said grilled chicken, but it looked more raw than grilled. I like the plates, but I do enjoy the to-go boxes better because I just feel like I can take it out with me and it's less wasteful for Miami. I only have one meal swipe a day, so I feel like I do use my meal swipes pretty often. It just depends. If I'm really just not feeling the same thing every day, I'll just eat something I have. But no, I just put in my AirPods and eat by myself. It is what it is. Yeah, so I am a picky eater. With being a picky eater, it's hard because everything is supposed to be healthy and vegan, and some stuff that they have out in the dining hall, I just don't even know what it is. So it's just hard. It's actually Maple, the taco bar. The guacamole is definitely my favorite, except they shut it down for dinner, so that's the only time usually students are free. Grilled chicken.
It's gross.
Yeah, I just wouldn't eat it again. Eating at home and eating in a restaurant compared to Miami, I eat more at home than the restaurant. Just because, we're students and we're involved in a lot of stuff. We're busy. And for example, when the lines are long or you just don't have time, I eat a snack for a meal. I think we should bring back the to-go boxes.
Yeah, I'm Grace Brunton. I am a sophomore. I'm a double major in social work and international studies. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 3 years. So I don't eat any meat and I also don't eat any fish. There usually is some sort of option. There's just not usually very many options. I do think that my experience as a vegetarian is very different than someone's experience who might be a vegan. I think just a lot of times there will be like unnecessary meat in like a lot of things. Like you'll have veggies and you'll be like, oh, I can go get these veggies, and there'll be bacon bits in it. And you're like, why is that in there? I'm not particularly picky, so I don't mind the food that they have, but it does get kind of repetitive because it's usually like salad, pizza, or pasta. And it's kind of the same things over and over again. Yeah, like basically every day I eat the same meal. There's definitely more options when you're at home or at a restaurant, just in terms of groceries and yeah, and just other options in general. I'll usually go, it depends on my classes, I'll usually try to go either like kind of in the mornings at like 10 or 11ish, and then around like 5 or 6. My meal plan is okay, but definitely with my dietary restrictions, I want to change it because I don't have as much time to go to the dining halls as I used to last semester. And because there's like a lot more limited options in the dining halls, I think it'd be better for me to have a meal plan that has more dining dollars, because then I can, you know, buy groceries or more things that are aligned with my dietary restrictions. Going to Uptown can be difficult, obviously, because when you're in college, spending money in Uptown or just on anything is kind of difficult. So there have been times where I've gone to, for example, like the markets, to get one of those like pre-made like meals that you can use your meal swipes on, because I don't want to be wasting meal swipes. And then there'll be no vegetarian options, or it'll be the same options, or just something that doesn't work for me. So then what really happens is I just end up wasting a lot of meal swipes. I think it's really frustrating how limited the options are. You know, I'm someone who does have dietary restrictions, but they're not as intense as I know a lot of people's on campus are, and it is very frustrating to struggle to not only like have to eat at certain places and certain times, but also then when you get there to have the options be so limited. It can get very frustrating, and it has impacted my ability to eat a sustainable amount of food, I think, every day. I personally don't mind the plates. I like being sustainable, so I'm glad that we're not having a lot of throwaway containers anymore. I do think that it can be kind of inaccessible for people who have to eat when you're forced to eat in the building as opposed to being able to take it somewhere else. I think it can be a bit inaccessible, but I think that could be easily resolved if they just allowed students to take the food out and maybe their own, like bring your own container or something like that.
My name is Margie Conrath. I'm a freshman here. I usually eat lunch about noon at Maple. Sometimes dinner at Garden at about 5:30 or so. I'm planning on changing it to more dining dollars next semester. I think there's a good variety, but it tends to get old as the semester goes. I just feel like I'm eating pizza and chicken sandwiches quite a bit. I feel like I've eaten like some pretty raw pizza before. I really like the to-go boxes a lot more because I felt like it helped me eat more when I could take food to go, you know, but with the plates, like sometimes I'm just rushing, eating like a little bit of food and go. Yeah, like in between classes or, you know, gotta study. It's too loud sometimes to be studying in the dining halls. I'm on the one with the 2 swipes and however much, or 2 swipes a day, and then I don't know how much declining dollars I had at the beginning, but I would rather just use like 1 swipe a day and then have the rest of the food on my declining account. Favorite meal, I'm gonna have to go with like favorite meal at the dining halls. Probably like the spicy chicken sandwich, but like I said earlier, it just kind of got old after so many times. Least favorite thing would have to be the I mean, there's a few. Um, least favorite thing would be probably the pizza now. I usually used a lot of mine on the coffee, on just getting coffee because I had nothing else. I mean, the dining hall coffee, like I could only get it when I was eating. But the food with the declining dollars is really good. I think in Armstrong because I don't have it that often probably. But you know, the Polies and the bagel place, they're all pretty good. I think the pricing on it is pretty decent. No, I'm not usually eating 3 meals a day. I usually don't eat breakfast because I have class. Usually eat lunch and dinner. My eating on campus is a lot different from eating at home and at restaurants because I usually just don't end up eating as much as I need to here. I just wish that there was more variety of food in the dining halls. That's the only thing that I would add.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Jack Christian. I'm a freshman. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I play baseball. I usually go to Western. I eat breakfast if I have an 8:30, and then I'll go there to eat lunch if I have a 10:05, and then I eat dinner there every night around 6. I think 2 meals a day is pretty good. I think it's enough.
Everywhere.
Okay, so I've only been here at Maple and Western. I feel like Maple has a lot, but Western, it's okay. The choices are limited, but you catch a good day every now and then.
Okay.
I've never had a gross experience with the food at the dining hall. I'm not a big plate guy. Some people fall and break them. It's just not a good look. I'd rather have a to-go box. All right, so I got stopped at the door. I had a cup of mac and cheese bites, and I was planning on taking them back, and one of the ladies ran after me. So I hear like her stomping. She runs in front of me, throws her arms out. She's like, "You can't go with those." And I was like, "Why?" Like, because you had the to-go box, so like you could take them. So she made me go back and eat them at a table. I play baseball, and after workouts you get extremely hungry, so you just start eating a ton. Sometimes I don't have time to eat, depending on schoolwork, if I'm working out, but most of the time I have time to eat. Usually every day I get chicken and potatoes. It's just easy. No, every now and then I crave something else, and Western, like I said, Western's limited, so you'd like to see some other options, but most of the time just chicken. I feel like if I'm not at school, I'll eat more. Biggest change is to-go box is coming back. It's the only change I want to see.